Okay, guys, working this one out. It says salicylic acid used in the synthesis of aspirin has a composition of, we see it as 60.08% carbon, 4.38% hydrogen, and 34.75% oxygen. What is the empirical formula for the compound? Now, when solving for the empirical formula, that's all we do is we take our percent, which 60.87, and we have 4.38, and then lastly we have 34.75. We take those guys, and what we're going to start by doing is dividing them by their molar mass to get them into moles. Okay, we're going to pretend that these, instead of percents, we're just going to change them to grams. Okay, so we're going to divide by their molar mass. Now we know that carbon has a molar mass of 12.01 equals 1 mole. Hydrogen is 1.01 equals 1 mole. And oxygen is 16.00 equals 1 mole. So we go ahead and we plug these guys into the calculator and we go ahead and divide those out. And for our carbon, we see that we are going to have an answer of 5.06, and that would be moles. And then for hydrogen, we would have our 4.33, and that's moles. And then for oxygen, we have 2.17 moles. Now all we do from here is once we calculate the moles, the next step is we divide by the lowest number, which the lowest number is 2.17. So we divide everything by 2.17, and we get our next answer. And our next answer is going to be 2.33 for carbon, 1.995, which we're going to go ahead and round to 2 because we round the thousandth place. And if we round from the thousandth place, it goes to 2. And then lastly, we're going to divide it by itself, we get 1. So we get these three numbers. And these are going to be our subscripts for carbon and this is hydrogen and this is oxygen. But the thing is, we cannot have a 0.33. We have to have a whole number. Okay, so here, 2 is a whole number, 1 is a whole number, so we really have to think of what do we multiply 2.33 by to get a whole number. And when we do that, if we multiply 2.33 times, we go ahead and multiply it by 2, and we see we get 4.66. Well, that wouldn't work. Okay, so 2 is not the answer, so we go 2.33 times 3, and we see that we get 6.99. which 6.99 is close enough to round to 7. So if we multiply it by 3, we get 7. We multiply 2 by 3, and we get 6. And multiply 1 by 3, and we get 3. Okay, these are our whole numbers that we're going to use. So all we do is it's going to be C7H6O3, and that is going to be our empirical formula.